Christmas from the Montrose and Highland Railroad. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Feliz Navidad, Joyeux Noel, Happy Holidays, whatever you choose to celebrate, and however you choose to celebrate it. I hope you have a peaceful and happy time. This is the annual Christmas train which the Montrose and Highland Railroad operate with Norfolk Southern and Amtrak. And the two microtrains cars are the 2016 and then the 2015 Christmas cars, which I like very much. Norfolk Southern have kindly provided 1073, although it has developed a fault with multiple running and has had to be put on the front of the train in multiple with the usual Christmas locomotive number 182. Usually the trains run top and tail, so that they don't have to reverse in yards like this one at South Pine. The train seen here in the yard at South Pine, waiting for something to turn up to pull the coaches away so that the locomotives can be turned round and then carry on to Dayton, Ohio. The train started 2 weeks ago in Golden Eagle, Utah, which is the extreme southwestern corner of where the Montrose and Highland Railroad runs to. I apologise if I'm a bit croaky. I have man flu. This is how the hillside's looking now, following on from the last video. Very happy with that. I decided to put more of a coating of grass on the rock face. I think it's come out really good. As you can see, I've put some fencing up there, although I did run out. I've got to get some more fencing, and then I think I am going to put cows in this field. You can see I've put some bushes and trees around the back. Once again, my friend Bob the Bear, a member of the Engage Forum, has done me proud. This is a very, very old Kato GP40, which certainly was not DCC friendly. He's hardwired it for me, and it's currently pulling the track cleaning car. Bob also did some work on that for me because it had stopped running. He's done me proud on those two. Here at Giant Eagle, the Christmas tree is back up and the carol singers are back, together with an audience. Father Christmas is there in the car park as well. I hope the good folks at Giant Eagle are providing cocoa or coffee to the revellers, and maybe a mince pie as well. I don't know if you do that in America. It might just be a British tradition. Hello and welcome to episode number 1 of the Kentucky Northern Railroad. Actually, that doesn't really exist anymore. I had an unnumbered UP locomotive which I didn't quite know what to do with. It's a GP40, and I thought that I would number it and name it for another freelance railroad. The Kentucky Northern ran from Louisville to Lexington in Kentucky, and the Montrose and Highland Railroad bought it out in April last year. I decided that I would do this patch job for the locomotive, number 531. I did think that the actual colours for the Kentucky Northern were more akin to the Montana rail link, the blue, black and red. So this is perhaps quite an unusual locomotive in this area. Bob the Bear also put in the decoder on this, which was very kind of him. It's a nice smooth runner, an Atlas locomotive. I've parked it up here at the depot. The final locomotive that Bob did for me is number 2804, which started out with BNSF as a GP30 and was then rebuilt to a GP39M, I think the classification is. Another Atlas locomotive that runs very nicely. Thank you, Bob, for doing all these. It's really appreciated. And the final locomotive that I want to show you is a locomotive which only arrived just today. It'll be coming into shot any moment now. And it's another Norfolk Southern Heritage unit. Number 8104, the Lehigh or Lehigh Valley unit. Not quite sure how it's pronounced properly. Just stop it there so that we can see it properly. Very pleased with this loco, and we put a decoder in it the same day. Here she is, paused at the restaurant, the All Aboard restaurant at South Pine, getting a few admiring glances from the local foamers. Sorry, the railway enthusiasts, I beg your pardon. Shouldn't call them foamers, not everybody likes that phrase. I do have some plans for the Montrose and Highland Railroad for the early part of next year. Hopefully I'll be scenicking the Independence Hill Yard, making it a bit more pretty to look at. That's probably the main thing. And I keep toying with the idea of replacing this Perspex back scene and putting a proper back scene along there. But I do like when I come into the shed that I can see usually 3 trains in these sidings waiting to leave, waiting to be switched. Clyde's Auto Shop, I think I might replace that building altogether. It's looking a bit tatty now. Christmas is a time when we remember those that we've lost this year. A lot of well-known celebrities and well-known musicians, actors, comedians have passed this year. I don't know quite why 2016 has taken so many people. It's also taken my mum, my mother-in-law, and 2 of my friends as well. So I didn't want this video to go by without saying thank you to everything that these people have done for us in the past, and whatever your beliefs, I hope they've gone to a better place. The Montrose and Highland Railroad has a lot of fans and subscribers, for which I'm always very grateful. But there are other great websites on YouTube as well, and I wanted to share some of those with you. The first one is called The Closet Branch. It's a video channel from a friend of mine in New York State about a small N-scale layout he has, which is based in Los Angeles during Southern Pacific days. Dats is the owner, and he gives us a light-hearted look at his railroad through the eyes of one of its train crews. The second one is Model Railroad Hobbyist magazine. This is the YouTube channel for a free online model railroading channel. Yes, it's free. I find the website is excellent for some of its articles, and if you don't find interest in anything for that month, the previous month's channels are free to look at as well. So what could go wrong? This is the YouTube channel which accompanies the online magazine. There's lots of tips and layouts to look at here. I highly recommend all aspects of these good people and their channel. And did I mention it was free? Next up is BNSF 6951. This is a channel which has been going for quite a long time, and one which I particularly enjoy looking at, by Vinny, who lives in Arizona. and I believe that it's a representation of the railroads around where he lives. Vinny shows us how to build scratch build models and shows quite a lot of updates on his layout, and the updates are very regular. Definitely worth a look. The next one which I would like to tell you about is Scale Model Trains and Colorado's Joint Line. There's a real variety on this channel, real American railroading through to operating sessions on layouts, through to scenery instruction and a lot more besides. I only recently found this channel myself last month, and it really is worth a look. Now one which I'm sure you're all quite familiar with, Mike Fifer, my good friend and proprietor at Hobbyist Supplies in New Mexico. Without Mike I wouldn't have any of my Fox Valley model Gevos. His video channel is regularly updated and his excellent layout features heavily. Not only that, but Mike has uploaded a lot of instructional videos on electrics, scenery, DCC and a lot more besides. Ably supported by young Gavin. Hi Gavin. The video channel is brilliant and is always entertaining. The final channel that I'm going to mention here is NS Modeler 24. Another nice mixture of layout videos, how-to instructionals and operations sessions. The home layout here is HO and shows all the very latest which Norfolk Southern are running in real life brought straight to the layout. All this and Josh is juggling trips to and from Chicago as well. Highly entertaining. This is just a cross section of channels I'm interested in. There are others I've mentioned before, such as James's channel, JLWII 2000, but I give a thumbs up to all the above. And keep looking, there's a lot out there for you to find. So that's it from the Montrose and Highland Railroad for this time around, the last video of 2016. I'm hoping next year will be a better one for all of us. As usual, keep watching, subscribe, tell your friends, like, dislike, send your comments, email me. Thank you for watching, and there's plenty more to come next year. Happy New Year everyone.